What was the shakeup on the Richter scale when Steve Sarkisian was hired in Oklahoma's fan base? How much notice did the Oklahoma fan base take?
My response was, oh, they're settling now. Because before Steve Sarkisian, it was a week. Urban Meyer's coming. Urban Meyer's on his way. He's coming to Austin. And I was praying for that. Because either outcome with Urban Meyer was going to be good, in my opinion. Because if Urban Meyer was good and actually got the job done, like I believe he probably could, OU Texas would be both top 5 programs, and it would be a marquee game, and everyone would have to pay attention more. But the fun, like Schadenfreude point of view is that what if Urban Meyer went there and failed? Nothing against Urban Meyer. I have like I don't have a whole lot of ill will towards him, despite some things he may or may not have done in the past at Ohio State. But it just, with Texas, there is so much control by the boosters, and with recent news, like they ruin everything down there. Outside of Mac Brown, no coach has been able to consistently win because there's a lot of 10-gallon hats down there who are basically get in the way of things, as far as I'm concerned. So with Steve Sarkisian, though, getting back to him, listen, he's going to bring in recruits. He's got a bunch of like star players that are going to commit into Texas, but they always get big time players. So I don't know, Steve Sarkisian, he was at USC. He was at in my opinion, a top 5 program all the time. He wasn't quite able to get the job done there, and he had all that talent available to him. He had all that in-state talent available. So what's going to be different this time? I would argue he has more pressure and more, roadblocks with him in Austin, Texas than he did in Southern Cal. So it remains to be seen. Like right now, Lincoln Riley's the man to beat. If you can't win that game on a somewhat regular basis, you're not going to survive there. So he can get all the recruits he wants, he can get all the support he wants, but look what happened to Tom Herman and Charlie Strong. You might beat Oklahoma once in a while, but you got to win the other games too. You got to win the Big 12.
Yeah, it's a curious situation in which Steve Sarkisian did not earn this Texas job based on his performance at his other 2 big stops. USC's a top 5 to 10 job all time. Washington's a top 20 job. And it can be argued or seen very clearly in some instances in which his predecessor and his successor at both stops fared better than he did. So his job performance as a head coach in 2 top-notch jobs is not good. So he gets this job based on his work at Alabama and rubbing shoulders with Nick Saban and getting that stamp of approval from St. Nick, basically, is what it seems like to me.
Yeah, the Nick Saban coach rehabilitation program. It works. So we'll see how it works for old Steve.